Hello everyone, and welcome to Module 4 in the course. We've made it to the halfway point of the course, so great job making it this far, and thank you for all of the work that you put in each and every week to get to this point. After this week, you will have completed half of the class already, and then we'll be transitioning into the second half of the course. Here in the first half of the course, as we end it, we're going to be looking at chapters 7 and 8, ironically enough, halfway through the book. With Chapter 7, we're looking at taking those employees we've hired, and now we want to train them. Get them ready through orientation or onboarding process. Identify what training needs to be applied to our new employees to help make them be able to perform their jobs as needed, which is why they are hired. We're also going to talk about, even training that we do periodically or as needed to enforce, some level of training and concepts into our workforce, whether it's motivation or awareness, and making our workforce the best workforce it can be, and making sure we keep that competitive advantage, and having a culture in our organization that wants to achieve those organizational goals as well as has that ability to. And then we'll be looking at Chapter 8, and this is where we're going to be taking our employees that have been here in the organization and continue to make them better and provide them training so that they can increase their skill base, keep their skills fresh, making sure that we are keeping an organization of employees that are ready for future. And we want to make sure that we keep them at a competitive advantage because it keeps our organization at a competitive advantage. So once you've read the 2 chapters, obviously you have your assignments here that you're going to look at this week. We have one here, choosing training methods. Obviously this is your Connect assignment for this week. Do have the optional SmartBook exercises once again each and every week. Some of you are doing those, and I know you've contacted me and said yes, these are definitely reinforcing the concepts, and I appreciate you providing that feedback as well as taking advantage of all the tools you have available to you in the course. You have your exam, of course, that you need to complete before the end of day March or April 19th. You have your other assignment here that I think that you will enjoy this week, called the PowerPoint training presentation. This is where you get to put yourself into the role of HR. Make sure you read through this very carefully. What you're going to do, as you are now in the role of HR manager, you're going to provide one of these 3 concepts, and you're going to do some research and give a presentation that we are all going to enjoy. And just make sure that you look through these. Now these are kind of, rule of thumbs. These are not really strict, and that's the only way you should ever do presentation. But when you're doing your presentation, you will be recording your audio, so make sure you look at this. You can also go on YouTube and find others of how to put your voice onto your presentation. You are going to create this PowerPoint as if you are giving this training to another group. Read through these, the 6x6 rule of having 6 bullet points and no more than 6 words. That's just a casual rule. That is not exactly what you have to follow. And the 10-20-30 rule of no more than 10 slides, no longer than 20 minutes, and always use a 30-point font. Now, using a font that your audience can read, that should be common sense. But I come across a lot of presentations I've been to where I am simply straining to try to see what they've put on their slides, because it's of no value if I can't see it. The 20-minute rule, you have to know your audience, and you have to know what is being presented, because not everything can be summed up that quick, or there are some topics that just need more discussion. So use your best judgment in doing this. You don't have to overdo it. I'm going to show you an example. Make sure that, as I said, read through this, give some cite your resources on on the notes section of the slide. Make sure to do one at the end. Just enjoy this and really let yourself shine. Some people say they're nervous about speaking. Just know that you are presenting your research to an audience who wants to see that. And then of course you will upload your presentation here. I'm going to show you an example of one now. So if we take a look here, we see that this presentation has 9 slides. Well, that's under 10. You can see just looking at it, we have obviously we know why we're here to look at this presentation. We know who's done it. We look at, all right, here are some bullet points that are tied to this title, so we know what it's there for, and there's not a lot of words used, so that means the presenter will be telling us some information about each of these. Good use of images. You can see the slides aren't too overcrowded. Here it gets a little bit wordy, but it's something that we may need to know. It's something that we may be wanting to have defined to us a little bit better, or to the audience a little bit better. The images are well placed. The slide titles are there, so we know what the slide is here for. This is not just plain text boxes on a slide. So to just know the audience, this is a very professional way of doing it. You know, whatever theme you select, whatever layout on your slide you select, that's up to you. So I really look forward to seeing your work. So that is it for this week. That is that PowerPoint training assignment. Now next week, as we move to that second half of the course, we'll be jumping into the next 2 chapters, chapters 9 and 10, of creating and maintaining a high performance organization, as well as managing our employees' performances within those organizations. Have a great rest of your day. I hope you enjoy the content from this week, and I look forward to seeing your progress throughout the week. Take care, everyone. Never hesitate to reach out to me, rmartinjr@ivytech.edu, or if you're around the campus, the Richmond campus, on Thursdays, you can find me there. Take care, everyone. Let's have another great and successful week.